Welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today, a comparison review. What we're going to do is look at the old version and a new version of the same beer from Kyoto Brewing Company, and that beer is Ichigo Ichie, a Saison, and this is one of their Teiban beers, their year-round core series beers, and they've been making it since the very time they started about 10 years ago. So what's been happening with Kyoto Brewing is they've been going through a lot of changes. They have a new head brewer, and they're trying to reevaluate what are we and what do we want to do, what do we want to become. And so they've decided to make some changes in their beers, including in this new series of their core beers. And they made some changes. They now add yeast and sugar before packaging in the can, and the idea is to give a longer shelf life, to increase carbonation, and to allow the beer to evolve. So Ichigo Ichie, the hops are Cascade and Motueka, same hops as in both versions, but they are selected newly from a visit to New Zealand. They found some hop distributors that they like to work with, hop growers, and they have bought some new hops from New Zealand. The malt, they said they are now using higher quality malt. The alcohol by volume, the new version is a bit lighter, 5%, versus the old one, 5.5%. The malt is Pilsner and wheat, and the bittering hops that they're using are Mercure, and again the flavoring and aroma hops are Cascade and Motueka. Yeast is Belgian yeast, and one other element they've added is sugar. So again, they add yeast and sugar before packaging to allow a longer shelf life. This is one of the things they want to do in their new beers series, is try to allow beer to stay on the shelf longer. This beer costs 550 yen, and this would be $3.68 in US dollar terms. In euros, $3.40. Okay, well, let's take a look. Here, the old version, and this has a 6-month shelf life, 5.5%. Don't know the international bittering units, and the aroma is rather sharp, citrusy, kind of citrus blossom, and some stone fruit, perhaps apples. The flavor was rather tangy, and there was a bit of mid-palate sweetness, and the finish was quite dry. And the body was a bit thin, but overall, I reviewed this with three friends. We had the beer side by side, and it was interesting to discuss this with them and see what we thought about the old versus the new here. We thought perhaps there wouldn't be much difference, but there certainly was. And in this case here, I would certainly have another one. I think we all agreed on that. The old version really had some strong characteristics, some strong features. And now, let's look at the new version of Ichigo Ichie, the Saison from Kyoto Brewing. And this one has a longer shelf life, which is one of their goals, is to have a longer shelf life for these beers. 8 months versus 6 months for the old version. Again, the alcohol is toned down a little bit. It's 5% versus 5.5 for the original version. 20 international bittering units. This one had somewhat thinner flavors. It certainly had some of the citrus and stone fruit, but a little bit thinner overall, and a slight metallic note I found in the mid-palate and finish. The body was thin, but perhaps a little bit more body than the original version. And it also seemed to have less carbonation, and again, one of their goals is to have more carbonation in the beer at canning by adding sugar and yeast. It seemed a little bit less malty and somewhat, I hate to say it, dull compared to the old one. Again, we're having these side by side, the old version and the new version. And I think we agreed that we liked the old one better. And this was the same case with their 6-day weekend, Shukyu Muika beer, their Belgian session IPA. So we liked the old one a little bit better than the new one. And that's not a strong criticism. This beer is fine. I think if you find it in the store, you will probably enjoy it here. It just seems to have a little bit less oomph for the style. So overall, these beers again are available at many stores throughout Japan. Certainly in the Kansai region, you will find all three of their core beers: the 6-day weekend, Ichigo Ichie, and Ichie Senshin, which is a Belgian IPA. So those are the beers you will find and you will see in many places. So give them all a try, and tell me what you think about this beer. Okay, this is the kind of thing that Kyoto Brewing started when they first started. They were trying to do Belgian, U.S. kind of hybrid beers, so a Belgian IPA, session Belgian IPA, and in this case, a Saison style. That's it for now. Take care. Bye-bye.